Oh, boy. Well, there we are. All right. It's time. Whew. All right, let's limber up. This one's important. All right. It's time. Cape Westwind, rotating Sauce Arvina. You're going down, bud. All right. Limber up. Let's get stretched out. This man's gonna be a real challenge. All right. All right. It's nighttime It's nighttime at Cape Westwind. The warrior of light comes closer to rotating Sauce Arvina. He's got 2 guns and 2 shields. He says, it would appear we have unexpected guests. Now, where have I seen you before? But of course, the man who felled the mighty Titan.
Good golly, boss! Is the Icon Slayer? He looks pretty handsome.
I see. The commotion without is naught but a diversion. Dude, look at that man's helmet horns. I want that hat. I want your hat. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison at Occidens. A bold strategy to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition?
Yeah.
Leave us. None of you are a match for him. Send word to Castrum Occidens. Tell them the Laminsons are coming.
You got it, boss. Right away, sir. At once, my lord. Okay, bye.
15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Baelsar first set foot in Eorzea, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels it, adventurer? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. The lands he has conquered were all beset with problems. Poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would eventually have destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known, and he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. There would be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Garlemald, yet Lord Van Baelsar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth, but by his worth. Such is the sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for, and worthy adversaries to smite. Sumo power! I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly, but if you are deaf to reason... In the name of Lord Van Baelsar, I, Retatin Sauce Arvina, do swear to strike you down! Alright, come at me, bud. Alright, before we get started, here we go. Alright, so we're going to be using the reverse Mangekyo strategy for this particular fight. Cape Westwind, definitely one of the harder battles in the game. You want to get your markers set up at 1, 2, and then 3, all the way in the back, right over there behind Rotaten. We do that to avoid the flare markers that he puts down in phase number 2. Then we have the 3 and 4 markers. We're going to put those... hold on just a moment. We're going to get the 3 and 4 markers down. Pardon me, it's the A and B markers. A marker, and then B marker. That's for partner chains. Make sure that nobody gets hit with that one. And then finally, we do put that 4th marker right over there. We want that to be the tank safe spot for the next set of mechanics. All right. So, now that we've got that set up, it's time to do what we must. You're going down, Rotaten. It's important. Oh wow, a crit. It's important to use these uptime strategies. Again, you need to get Rotaten down to about 98% before we are going to be able to move on to phase 2. Just look at the size of this man's health pool. He's nearly unbeatable. We're going to try to get him down here, but what's more important than making sure that you have the DPS uptime is making sure that you stay healthy. I don't know if he has natural regeneration. This could be a difficult sell, to be sure. Watch out for the Tank Buster. It's a doozy. Yeah, absolutely, Kai. Well, we're using the Mangekyo strats, so that is going to be able to help mitigate some of the damage that can cause. We're getting there. I mean, look at his health bar. It's dropping. I would say that, like, in terms of a tier list of Final Fantasy VII super bosses, Rotaten is slightly above a Ruby weapon, but slightly below Emerald weapon. All right, we've got him with a 98% health thresh gate. It's time to pop Dia on him. Now, Dia is one of our most powerful cooldowns, but we can only use it once per battle. It's going to provide a humongous amount of damage over time against Rotaten Sasarvina here, but once that's up, he's going to be using his impregnable shield attack to significantly increase his overall DPS. All right, Shrapnel Shell, a super powerful ability. It's incredibly fortunate we rolled well enough to dodge that. Some luck is required to beat this fight. We are DPSing this down. All right, hit with the Firebomb. Man, the burn damage, not to be scoffed at. Gonna need to move on out of that one. That's what the 4 marker over here is for. Drag him back into this part of the battle. He summoned his ads, which are going to significantly complicate things here. Fortunately, I do have my limit break ready to go. Size! Okay, there we go. Thank goodness we had 5 bars of limit stored up for that particular ability. And it's put him down to 1/3 already. I think that this is mathematically one of the best runs that I've ever done against this fella. But we've still got about 1/3 of his life to go, and it's going to be a real difficult one. We're going to have to watch out for some of his cast bars. There's Firebomb. Going to need to pop that Temperance there. Oh no, here it comes. It's the Magitech Rocket Wings of Tartarus. All right, move out of the fire there. Now we've absorbed enough stacks to help mitigate the raid wide. All right, fantastic. Pop a Flatus Rapture there. That's our big healing ability. We get that cooldown once about every 55 seconds. Starting to fire off rockets here. All right, pull him out of the fire here. All right, there we are. He's down to 32%. We will get there eventually, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. Managed to dodge another firebomb. Fantastic. He's popping his raid wides, though. This is going to get dicey here in just a moment. We're going to have to roll the dice and see if we can get an Afflatus Rapture proc here off the next usage of the ability. All right. So, Afflatus Misery is the best ability that White Wizard has. The problem is that it's only got about a 20% chance to hit. So, let's see if we can high roll the cooldown here, and if we do, maybe we can shave another 10% off his health. Wow! A triple critical hit. There goes Rotaten Sasarvina, and I think we've managed to do it, guys. It's a new world record on the speed run. Oh, gosh, that hurts. Oh.
Just looks like your magic ring is kind of busted up, dude.
Forgive me, I have failed you. Lord Van Bilzar!
Alright, now that we've activated the Pillar of Eternity, we'll have access to the true final boss of this game. 4 minutes and 55 seconds, put that up on the leaderboard, fellas. That's definitely... We must have cleared the world record run by at least 12 seconds. It's absolutely incredible time. Nothing better. Absolutely nothing better at all. Alright. There's only one way to follow up a run like that. Which is to take it, you know, directly into the Praetorium. Hey, let's go. Oh, okay. Actually, I need to... Okay, so Secret Strats everyone. Astrologian is actually the best class in the entire game for doing this particular fight with. It has to do with some extremely intense RNG manipulation for the Praetorium. And, like Cape Westwind, you have that 20% chance to hit the Afflatus Misery. And that damage is, like, a severe boost to your potential overall. The Chocobo helmet, you can call it the Praetorium. I don't even have the Chocobo hat, Kai. Good evening and welcome everyone to a Shoutcasted run of the Praetorium in Thanalan, courtesy of Kaizerkuro, and an extremely major point donation of 42,069 points for that particular channel objective. We have our 8 Heroes of Light rolling on up in Sid's high ship, accompanied by Biggs and Wedge, on a journey to save the entire land of Eorzea. I'm Gaspump, joined by Sid, who's got his dumb left-handed gauntlet there. Just punching himself there in the fist. The YouTube video of this Lady Mistral, that was the plan. Being told here is the rundown by Sid for the game plan today, telling us we need to go into the Praetorium to destroy the Ultima Weapon, the most impressive war machina the Garleans have ever developed. Scrounged from Allegan ruins, this war machine could spell the end of the entire continent, if not the entire world if left to its own devices. This is it, my friend, indeed, as we now roll on up to the Praetorium, and I may have made a little mistake here. I may have forgotten to take off Undersized Party. Oops. Well, we're gonna, okay, take two. No, we have to run with everyone else, Kai. The importance of a Praetorium run. The importance of a Praetorium run is making sure that everyone, that stays key there, absolutely. Good evening, and welcome back, everyone, to the actual Praetorium run that we're going to be doing this evening. No, not like this! No! Ah! Ah! Oh no! Alright, fine. It's fine. I'm white mage. We'll do it. You know what? In the famous words of Bill O'Reilly, fuck it, we'll do it live! That's my one for the stream. Good evening, welcome back everyone to a solo Praetorium run. I'm Gaspump here, going solo against the entire world as the Warrior of Light coming on through here. The damage I'm going to be doing is absolutely outrageous as that level 80 white mage. So here it comes, ready or not, here we go. The airship flies away and we're in for a real fight, fellas. As we now roll up the Praetorium, Sid is right. This is it, friends. The fight to decide the fate of all of Eorzea. And it's just me and you, bud. We're doing the lore run, the greatest of all time. I am the White Mage indeed. Come here, fellas. It's glare time. We have one man over there making the very wise decision to completely ignore the Warrior of Light intruding into the Praetorium. He'll be fine today, unlike all of his friends. We're going to be taking the lift on down to the second level. We are now heading towards the command chamber, and there are many Garleans in our way, but not for very long. Our damage is absolutely outrageous, just like our sense of fashion. As you start popping that glare, taking out these enemies, and making our way to this Magitech terminal. Oh, I gotta grab the identification key here. We got this indeed. Alright, it is exactly, Kai. A lunch break indeed, as we now activate the Magitech terminal, heading into the second part of the Praetorium. We're going to be rolling on the outside of this area, popping that 20-second sprint. We're going to be bringing some friends along with us as we roll on through. All by our lonesome, it's the Warrior of Light solo mission. This is the cannon run, fellas. Nobody else but our lonesome to help us out against the incredible forces of the Garlean Empire and the Ultima weapon itself. Hopping on down these busted up ramps, explosions courtesy, wow. This is probably fall damage that got me there. Now we're heading on towards the command chamber. We've got quite a bit of a host in tow. Gonna be casting this swift cast holy, absolutely obliterating these enemies. Ow, was that a stun? How rude. Alright, stuns aside, gonna be doing more than enough damage to clear on through these waves of enemies, as that poor first cohort Medicus eats the fattest glare of his life. Alright, the Magitech Transporter and down into the second area. We are making a break for it here, towards the first boss, who's going to be the Iron Large Lad himself. I like how these guys just taking their sweet time chilling on out there, but one holy will spell the demise of all the soldiers standing guard. The Warrior of Light, too powerful a force, but not powerful enough to pick up the identification key. So we now unlock this Magitech terminal and make our way into the command chamber. And directly into another cutscene. In the command chamber, Pharos and Cid confront Gaius Van Baelsar, who has a lot to say about Cid and his persistent daddy issues. To paraphrase the conversation going down on the field, Cid's father was a scientist working for the Empire at the Boja Citadel years and years ago, making contact with Dalamud as a potential source of infinite energy for the Empire. However, Cid's father did not understand the corrupting influence of the primal Bahamut sealed within the Red Moon, and its influence slowly corrupted him and tempered him into a servant of that moon, bringing down its wrath onto Boja and setting up for the events of Final Fantasy 1.0's climactic end at the plains of Cartnau, where the descent of that Red Moon nearly spelled the doom of Eorzea and the world itself, with the primal Bahamut being unleashed. Gaius Van Baelsar is busy complimenting Cid, presumably for the facial hair that he has finally managed to grow. Final Fantasy XIV doing a good job of doubling down on the growing the beard trope, as Riker from Star Trek would let you know. Ironically enough, Cid is just white-haired Riker. Still the microphone in the hair. Gaius Van Baelsar makes an overture to Cid. Join my side, and we too can rule the Empire. Not unlike Darth Vader with his silly hat and overdramatic villainy. Cid makes it absolutely clear that he has no interest in joining the Garleans. I am busy being extremely stylish. It's the pomp narrating. Absolutely. I'm just along for it. It's actually, this is a dirty secret, the Pompadour is the one who's in control. It's like a Gundam pilot, right? You put it on and it guides your every thought. It's like, it's a hypnotoad situation. Don't worry about it. Just brain slugs. However, we are here
Now confronting Gaius von Balsar, the plot thickens as now look at the absolute size of that lad. This big, chunky boy rolls into the room and tries to put a stop to our meddling as Gaius von Balsar effortlessly rolls onto the elevator. You'd think that maybe Sid would be packing a gun or something or anything to stop Gaius von Balsar's retreat, but he simply sits there angrily. You sound like T2 ESPN. I don't know. It's announcer voice. They do shoutcasting. But now it's time for the Magitech Mark II number Mark II Colossus coming on through here. That glare doing fully half of its health on a crit. Goodbye, buddy. Secretly a Ratatouille sequel all along. Oh, you know it, Lady Mistral. As the Iron Colossus collapses to the floor, Sid and Pharos make their way to the elevator. And Sid dials his giant Magitech Play School phone to recall the device up to the top level. Beep, 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 boop. Yes, hello. I'd like to order a large pepperoni, some breadsticks, and Little Caesars. Do you guys still sell spaghetti? With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. It strikes me as a bit of a tactical oversight that Gaius von Balsar just kind of gave the control room over to Sid and then retreated into the guts of the facility. You'd think he'd maybe want to put a little more effort into defending that, but never mind the tactical acumen of a crappy anime villain. That's not fair. Gaius is a wonderful anime villain. Tactical acumen, perhaps not off the charts there. Gaius von Balsar, seemingly a leader who does his work from the front lines, so to speak. Not much of a tactical mind. We ignore those plot holes, yes, Kai. We sure do. Honestly, FF14 is not bad at the plot holes. They are entirely... Like, if the biggest plot hole is Gaius is kind of being a goober when he's busy defending the castrum that is being absolutely annihilated by Eorzeans. Clement happened as soon as the door closed. Pumped up kicks. Just them Air Jordans. Just jumped on up. Alright, as we now head towards the next objective here, we've got some ferocious foes in our way. But they simply can't stand up to the combined might of one Dia. Ah, the warrior of light. I'm a strong boy. Our hero, Pharos Lamille, confident that he'd eaten his Wheaties this morning, heads to the identification key reader and activates his motel room key card, heading on up the magic terminal and the elevator. Oh, wow. The camera does not like this lift. That's a very stylish torso you have there. Heading on up to the lift, looking for, potentially, a friend amidst the darkness. The lift concludes, and we find a Magitech armor with a curious symbol still stenciled onto its side. Friends in high places. As we see a Magitech armor come to life. You know who it is. Hey there, friend. Just Kai hitting me with the optimization strats for this particular dungeon. Alright. Is that... Why does the Ironworks have hair on it? It looks like that thing's got an anime hairdo. Is there something that I'm missing there? Or is it like a pair of gears with, like, protagonist hair? Now that you're suitably armed, it's time to take a hike. Now that we've armed with our personal vehicular car, vehicle? Yeah, that's the one. We're now equipped to make our way on down to the lower levels of the Praetorium and fight our next ferocious foe. I like how it just tells us that we gotta beat up Nero. Just in the objective list. Like, it's a foregone conclusion that we're gonna be beating him up. I wonder, can you break the doors down with normal abilities?
Alright.
I don't know, my only weakness, getting shot. Alright, as we head to now this Sermit steel door. Did you 4 DPS a hit? Even as like a level 80? It's today old when I saw that. Make it back there with the Magitech? Interesting. Alright, so we'll get through here eventually. There we are. I mean, they could have taken more DPS from the mech, which is reasonable. Didn't even beat SHP, SMH. Didn't do the leveling grind. That's literally what okay. The Proto Ultima arm is exactly how I look when I'm reaching for my glasses in the morning. I can't see a damn thing. Reaching into the bag for the last set of Cheetos.
Ah, where they at? I'm hungry.
Kaboom. All right. Kaboom. Oh, I didn't realize that you just get all of your regular HP when you're mounted. That's pretty cool. But as we go through the depths of the facility, the only thing standing in our way is the Proto Ultima arms having a lot of HP, and us not doing a lot of damage. I would say that I could do more damage with my auto attack, but I am 100% certain that is objectively wrong. When you're reaching into an empty bag, the disappointment isn't necessarily that the bag is empty, it's that I've emptied an entire bag in one sitting. Yeah, you know, those Cheetos were supposed to last a couple of days. They didn't. Wacky wavy arm flailing inflatable tube, man. Oh my god, you know it. Imagine going to a used car place and they just had Ultima arms flailing around in the wind. Oh, I really want to buy a 2011 Toyota Corolla. That's what these make me think. Hey, there we go. Only one more arm and then it's time to pop that door and get into a battle to the death with Nero Tolskeva, who looks a lot like the Hardy Boys from South Park. I've got a raging clue indeed, Mr. Garlean scientist. All right. You don't need to throw me back like that. That's just uncalled for. And one Sermit blast door waiting to be annihilated. Pew. 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 We'll get through you eventually. Pew. Pew. Ba-da-da-da. Hey, there we go. The door is destroyed. Or at least the opening seal on it is. Sermit's welded shut. It's like a Doom Loogie that's been hacked on the door and stamped with a seal. Bulkhead is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough, just like me. Alright, diverting all power to the Magitech cannon, with one door separating between us and the abominable Nero Tolskeva and his electric floor and axe that looks like a Monster Hunter weapon. It's time to take this fight as seriously as possible.
victory will belong to the bold. Victory will belong to the bold indeed. Pew! Alright, that's one door down, and our Magitech armor powered on/off. Character, as always, looks so nonplussed. You're a natural at this. Alright, it's time to get moving on in. We've got another couple bosses to take on down. We're about halfway through the Praetorium already. I actually didn't notice how, the soundtrack for this is really good. Alright, heading into a dead sprint from cutscene to cutscene, the climactic end of the Praetorium draws nearer and nearer as we head into the lair, the domain of Nero Scava. And who could it be but the man himself? Oh, you've been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Just why are we getting telephoned by Sid? Is someone there? No, no one important. My dragon radar says that you're talking to Sid. The music in the Praetorium slaps. Absolutely 100%. I also like Nero's armor quite a bit, but he's got like just the dweebiest look on his face at all times otherwise. The highest ranking tributers of the 14th. It was you all this time. It's like not even necessarily like the major parts of this that bop Kai. They're like little interlude pieces that you don't even think about when you're just brainlessly running through this for your MSQ roulette that are just really good. My all objective mission. I was the more talented of the two of us, yet that fact counted for naught besides your privileged birth. You admired as a young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas non-Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. Yo, why he look like that? Really though, Kai. He's just got... he seriously looks like one of the Hardy Boys from South Park, or like Eric Trump. He's like a less pudgy Eric Trump. It's wild. I've been made to feel second-rate. I who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. You're a jerk, Sid, and I'm not coming to your birthday party. The models in this game are actually really good if you crank all your settings all the way up. Why you look like that? Yeah. Oh man. This is literally an entire cutscene of Nero just whining. By the power of my dragon radar, Lord Van Baelshaw, we're going to hit you really hard in the face and probably leave a mark. I love shoutcasting the Praetorium, but some of these cutscenes are so hard to keep momentum through. Like this one specifically, it's just like the low T Nero just no, why can't I be as popular as Sid? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's a little wonder why my lord has taken interest in you. You're a pretty cool guy, you know. Am I being propositioned by Nero? I've taken an interest in you as well. Alright. He's the most anime crap in the universe. Just calls his big doofy gunhammer down. Should I succeed, Lord Van Baelshaw Senpai will finally notice me. Ugh. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. This guy is such a dweeb. Oh. I wasn't able to one-shot him. That's surprising. That's very hurtful. There we go. Goodbye, Nero. We kind of absolutely chumped on you. Despite when you do it with others, or really shut up with this guy's second speech at the elevator. Right, exactly. It's like, would you stop monologuing, please? Oh, it's a good thing that I installed clapper lights in this specific part of the facility. And now I'm going to just leave. Ah ha 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 ha. The ultimate weapon is activated, and it brims with the power of icons. You're just gonna lose, probably. Gaius' second speech on the elevator is just pure cheese. Though, surprisingly important to the plot further on. It's like a massive power surge. Alright. So, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the fact that Gaius' speech here is a huge amount of foreshadowing towards the direction a lot of the plot takes, specifically in Stormblood and early Shadowbringers. Because Gaius is talking about how the three Eorzean, like the Eorzean Alliance, is impotent and terrible at taking responsibility and exclusively looking out for their own self-interest. And you see that literally in action at the end of 4.5. Gaius is so right, and it makes me mad, because you literally everything you do just proves him more right. Okay, it's this way. You know, like, Gaius literally has a beadrun on that, which is why he's back in the plot and not dead, because it's relevant. I strongly suspect that Gaius is going to end up as a big wheel in... Like, it seems like super duper obvious that the next expansion is going to be in Garlemald, and I would suspect that Gaius is going to be a hugely plot-relevant NPC. His execution... Yeah, your delivery could be a little bit less ham-fisted and Saturday morning cartoon villain, but he's right. He's got a point, you know. All right. Whenever I roll down an elevator like this, I keep expecting Nemesis to pop out and try to, like, have a fist fight with me. Speaking of games that I want to play on stream, I have been combing through my Steam library, and I think that October will be a fine month to play some spooky games. Hard to take you seriously with your bad Darth Vader impression, guys. But exactly, it's absolutely like Surefine brand James Earl Jones.
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
I fight for my friends.
I'm actually just Ike. If only I was playing Dark Knight without a tryhard glam.
And do you believe in Eorzea?
How very glib. Do you believe in Eorzea?
Eorzea's unity is...
Just your character like twitches his lips.
Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception.
And your faith is an instrument of deception.
It is not but a cobweb of lies.
It is not
To
but a
believe
cobweb of
Eorzea
lies.
is to believe in nothing.
He's so corny.
Eorzea
Oh my god.
tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Would you
Joke's
fight
on you, Gaius.
not?
I fight the members of the 12 in the newest expansion.
Otherwise engaged?
I actually wonder, it's
Said they were your
I'm very interested
If you truly
what the raid series for the next expansion is going to be. Because it feels like they have to keep increasing, like, upping the ante of the opponents that you're taking on in these raid fights. So, like, if we're doing raids in the next tier, and we end up on the moon, I wonder if we'll end up fighting, perhaps echoed versions of the Asians. Like, what if the raid series for the next tier was just all 12, or like, was just all of the members of the Convocation at the height of their power, reflected or echoed from Zodiark. That'd be pretty baller. I would like to do that.
What drives even men of learning, even the great
This is the CEO of racism a bit right. Even his plan is exactly the asking his plan of doing in the first place. Yes.
the answer. Your master's
Yeah, a Final Fantasy X raid series would be neat. I'm very curious to see what the next like thematic raid series is, because they've generally ended up doing raid series because A Realm Reborn wasn't specific to anything other than the base game.
to grow rich through conflict,
Like Alexander,
and when the dust of battle
man,
settles, it is ever the strong
again, like it's felt like
fate of the weak.
rather than using like specific stuff. Hey Nightingale, how's it going? How are you today? We're doing a Shoutcasted Praetorium run here real quick as Gaius monologues after turning into a Super Saiyan.
False worship of that which leads to innovation and death.
It's really funny that Gaius Van Balzar is definitely has like that internet atheist vibe.
Your false beliefs lead you only down the road of false salvation.
How euphoric are you feeling right now, Gaius? Oh, you just killed Garuda and MSQ. You're getting there, Nightingale. You're getting there. Fighting echoes of the Convocation at the base of the going through some memories or something would be cool. Yeah, right? I think they could do some really awesome fights with that guy. Like, holy free holies. Imagine, like, fighting. I would love to see a Laha Brea fight at, like, the peak of his power. I am doing very well today, Gale. We got a huge raid in earlier, which put us now to a huge breakpoint of 100 followers, which is just wonderful. And like basically all that I could possibly ask for from a from today. Just oh my goodness, just amazing. Today's been going wonderfully, thank you.
I had not thought to be so hard pressed.
Have you tried getting good instead, guys?
Your strength is most impressive.
Such power befits a ruler.
Garuda didn't deserve to have her head bitten off.
Yet, you lack the resolve
Garuda,
to put into proper
none of like all of the primals aside from there's one primal in A Realm Reborn, or maybe two, who are like there are a couple of primals in A Realm Reborn who aren't jerks, but like the three main beast tribe primals all have like pure psycho energy. Guys who went to the bog station but the gold died just to waste it for 2 seconds. I bet Guys is like, yes, but power can come at any price. If only for 20 American dollars I can go Super Saiyan, you would be a fool not to revel in the power provided to you. This would be some ridiculous justification for it. Here we roll on in. Oh man, the pompadour. Completely covering the face. Look at this absolute unit. Almost 50 on White Mage. Congrats, Nightingale. Maybe by the 10 pots, just bought them individually. Yeah, probably. One at a time. Like, I wonder if the first one looks very good. Ah, yes. How fitting. I shall purchase another 7.
to do that which you will not.
Allow me to do that which you will not. I will fight bigly forever.
Oh, golly, he's standing on a robot. Guy's gonna be hopping in his Evangelion unit. I also like how his gunblade is magnetically attached to his bag. Help your local warrior of light. Help. Your local warrior of light needs your help. To help, all we need is your mom or dad's credit card number and the 3 numbers on the bag. We're gonna get John Wick a golden scar? Local warrior of light needs you.
To the true power of the Ultimo weapon.
as we now head up the lift to the climactic end of the Praetorium. The Ultima weapon activates with Gaius von Baelsar as the pilot at the helm. The music crescendos, the power of Hydaelyn surges, and we venture boldly forward into a climactic encounter with the Ultima weapon. Wow. What's really funny is, I'm doing, like, most people, I think that, like, when this content was current, I'm doing damage up, like, close to what current damage would be expected of a white mage at the time that this content was actually fresh. Our mom, Crystal, decided to be in our lives. Yeah, she's kind of a deadbeat, isn't she? Oh, there we go. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, presence of mind. If thou wouldst triumph, thou must look to the light. No! How are you doing this? Got all the primals? Yeah. Wait, I can't say anything. Nightingale's in chat. Yes. Custody battle was absolutely rough, Nightingale. Oh my god. I'm really looking forward to, I won't say anything except for how the resolution of the custody battle goes.
It is the blessing of the light. La Habrea. I'm very evil.
You don't even know. Yeah, Kai. This has got layers. Like an onion. Or an ogre. Guess my stupid bird staff. That's 100% it. Look at that dumb looking thing.
If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light.
Thancred?
And so it shall.
It's actually hilarious because in the actual game, Thancred 100% has a reputation for being an absolute, like, high-octane man-whore. Like, this man lays pipe like a Super Mario brother, and everyone is aware of it. Mike giving Sid his goggles? Yeah. Absolutely. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. I wonder if we'll eventually get to use Ultima as a black mage. That'd be pretty, as the kids say these days, pretty pog. Nightingale, this game just keeps getting better. I will say that I'm very glad that you, had, like, the free trial got expanded. Because, like, not only do you get legit up at 4 a.m. because something happened that you didn't expect. What thing was it, Kai? If you can hint at it without spoilers. Yeah, Nightingale, the original free trial only went up to level 35 and the fight with Titan. But the new free trial, as of like the most recent patch, goes all the way up to the end of the first expansion. So you're like probably right around 35 or 40% of the way through all the stuff in the game.
Use your big... I'll use my big blast.
It'd actually be incredible if in, like... Once we hit level 100, like, the level 100 Black Mage spell is just Ultima. That would be so radical. who the Shadow Hunter was? Yeah, Kai, thank you. Thank you. That is absolutely perfectly that is like, I know exactly what you're talking about without it being spoilers. Good on ya. So it blew up. How transparently evil of you, La Habrea.
Devastation. This was not my intention.
Such devastation. This was not my intention. What a
Seems
meme.
The task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left.
Imagine being an Ascian and just being a cartoonish Saturday morning villain. No wonder, like, no wonder
Broken.
everyone just, like, rolls their eyes over La
The
Habrea.
rest I leave to
So
you.
maybe you could be a little bit more upfront and not so much of an absolutely clownish villain.
Ascian.
Decided to do the Ascians, guys. What did you expect?
First, I must deal with you.
Oh my god, my
The
bird
question
staff.
Who is mightier remains.
Me strong boy.
Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Despite this all being like models and stuff, the cinematography and some of the cutscenes in this game is very well handled. Like that shot right there is so good. When it like zooms in on your party, that's so good. Like, oh my god, that's such a quality set of shots. Mad at us to get stabbed in the back by banana bread. Should we have banded together? Gaius still thinks that the Eorzeans are dweebs, and I don't blame him. We kind of are. As we now enter the ultimate encounter with the Ultima weapon. Glare after glare goes on out, and the Ultima weapon is immediately obliterated by the power of the Warrior of Light. Yeah. No, my Super Saiyan transformation ended. Can I move to the first? I don't want to deal with the Eorzean anymore.
Subjects of a weak ruler must needs
God, I got one more monologue.
and
Locked and loaded.
comes at a cost to the realm.
Honestly, I really hope that quests moving forward have steps on the first. I think that you could legitimately have some really interesting stuff. Like imagine that Summoner's big ability in the next expansion is Ifrita. Like your Ifrit Eggy gets upgraded to the actual aspect of fire. Guys, got a monologue. You gotta get this out there, guys. You got really big arms, so you're gonna have to do it all yourself. Dead. It's a good thing I hit the big red emergency self-destruct button. Just goes up in a cloud of green smoke. Ba-da-da-da-da. It's the one and only DOWG. Oh, still dead.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon.
The Ultima weapon.
The ultimate magic.
Ultima?
And still, you failed.
Oh, the last chapter of Tales of Shadows is out?
For the glory of
Well, I have to read that. I've been paying attention to it. There's actually like a lot of story stuff there that is contextually pretty important.
the growing
Kai, you read the last chapter, right? Did you? So you may be aware of this since you actually pay attention to the lore, but the Sunken Temple of Karn has the Flame of Magic and the Fruit of Knowledge, and the Fruit of Knowledge is a bundle of grapes, which really is that's big brain. That's so impossibly big brain. That's so impossibly overwhelmingly like mind-bogglingly big brain.
Must be burned
That's like
Planet is to recover.
absolutely 5-head.
And not
Peak
the
cranium
return of the
capacity.
one true God will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to
Your
pave
mom's
the
a
way
jerk.
for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about, and that will necessitate the presence of the primals.
Maybe if you could be a little less menacing.
Needless to say, both
We listen to some of the
your
stuff you're
silent
saying.
accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor.
A lot of things started standing out more.
Will not
Yeah.
leave this place.
I really hope that you talked to you know who at literally every opportunity you had to speak with him. Not Lord Voldemort. Other you know who. You know who I am talking about. Was extinguished, bringer of light, and now we square up against La Habrea, Ascian, a powerful immortal from beyond time itself. The information that he gives you is so good. All right, La Habrea, it's time to get put in the dirt. You are strong, warrior of light. Oh God, my organs. Mark not the Dark Minion's subtle words. There's nothing subtle about the stuff that he's saying, Eidolon. There is literally nothing subtle about anything that is happening in any of this content. As Shadowflare falls, the Praetorium ends, and we stand victorious against La Habrea, and we mosey on out in 41 minutes and 39 seconds. She's trying to gaslight us. Listen, mark not this extremely intelligent man's perfectly subtle words, warrior of light. You can punch him right in the tummy and it'll hurt a lot. Alright. Bada boom, da bada bing. A Shoutcasted Praetorium run finished, with La Habrea defeated and the flames of battle extinguishing around us. We punch that exit gate and make back for the present. Kai, thank you so much for saving up the channel points for those runs. I hope you enjoyed watching those as much as I enjoyed casting them. That was a wonderful time.